Last time we talked about your gray tank. So if you need some gray tank stuff, you got to go find that video. Today we're going to talk about your black tanks.
Welcome to another 2-Minute Tech Tip Tuesday. Brought to you by the National RV Training Academy, the largest hands-on RV training academy in America. Before we get to the video, which I know this is the reason why you're here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. That way you don't miss anything. Hit the subscribe button now. Thank you. Now, back to our Tech Tip Tuesday.
My name is Sue Rasmussen, and I am the instructor for the Advanced Water Heater and Furnace class here at the National RV Training Academy. And I also specialize in cleaning black and gray tanks. So I know a thing or two about that. So we're going to talk about taking care of your black tanks and what you're going to be dealing with. So number one, if you have a leaky valve and it's leaking, what's going to happen is your black tank is going to dry out. We do not want your black tank to dry out. So if you've got a leaky valve for your black tank, you need to fix that. Otherwise, you are risking developing a pyramid, a clog in that tank, because the stuff goes in there and it sticks and it has nowhere to go. So that's one of the best simple things you can do, is make sure that you fix any valves that might be leaking. The second thing is, how do you dump them? So when you dump them, ideally you're going to dump them first before you dump your gray tank. So dump your black tanks first. And then what a lot of people like doing is using something that, well, it looks like this. You maybe have never seen it, but you may have on your RV something called a black tank flush. A black tank flush, there's going to be some, if you have it, it's going to be some kind of external hookup on the outside of your RV where you hook up a garden hose, not your freshwater hose, folks. Hook up a garden hose. And basically what's going on is inside the tank somewhere, you got something like this. And it's basically causing water to go into your black tank. I call it the sprinkler system. So it'll go like that in your tank, and it's going to get water into your tank. What a lot of people do is they will either dump the tank and then just turn their black tank flush on and just let it rinse water in there and drain directly out. Other people will close their valve on their black tank and let that water fill up in the black tank a ways or quite a ways, and then they'll turn that off and then they'll let it all dump at once and get a nice big whoosh going out. Either way is fine. My main advice is, if you use this and you shut that valve, do not leave it unattended. If you leave it unattended, I've seen this happen where, well, if that tank fills up, there's only two places it's going to go. It's either going to go up out the vent stack, and then you are going to have rain coming out over your RV. Or it's going to go up to the valve on the bottom of your toilet, and if that's loose, it's going to start coming down your hallway, and you don't want either one of those things to happen. So these are fine to use. Your black tank flush is fine to use. So this is what one looks like on the inside. Fine to use, but be very careful not to let it overfill your tank. So let's also talk about toilet paper. A lot of people wonder, should I be using that RV rated toilet paper for my black tank? You don't actually need to use that. But what you do need to use is septic safe toilet paper. And don't use a huge amount of it. All right, be mindful that anything that goes down in there has potential of creating a pyramid over time. So you want to make sure that you're not using too much of it. So another thing let's talk about is how to prevent you from getting a pyramid or a clog. And both of those things are really caused by two things. One is the plumbing of your particular RV. If you have a fifth wheel, here's what's going on. You've got the nose of your fifth wheel somewhere, and the toilet is often there. And then somewhere else under the underbelly, you have your tanks. And the stuff has to get from the toilet over to the tanks. I have seen plumbing that goes like this, and then a 90-degree angle, and then another 90-degree angle, another 90-degree angle, and then it goes into the tank. Or it's a slide and it goes like that and slides into the tank. So if you think about it, that is a risk for stuff getting stuck the whole way through. So one way that you can help prevent a clog or a pyramid from happening is, they always say use more water. That's fine, but for most people, that just means put your foot on the pedal and let a little more water run in there. I'm going to give you a completely different equation on how to flush your toilet. It is not just put your foot on the pedal and just let a little more water run down the pipe. Instead, here's what I want you to think. I want you to think the entire bowl full of water. It's going to be about a gallon or a gallon and a half, and the weight of all that water, so 8, 10, 12 pounds of water all at once.
Fire in the hole!
Okay, not just a little bit of a trickle, we want it all at once. So here's how you do it before you go. And this is for solids. Before you go, see if you can fill up the water in the tank a little bit more, maybe a third or a halfway. And for most people, that's just push your foot on the pedal a little bit, let that water fill up, and then go. And then before you flush, get a little more water in there. See if you can get it so you got a pretty full bowl. And you may be able to do that again with your foot pedal, or you may need to get a little mug and get it from the sink and pour it in, whatever you do. And then here's what you do. You flush it all at once, and then it goes whoosh, 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 and it goes out, and it just not only makes it through all the plumbing, but it gets into the pipe, or it gets into the tank, and then it disperses in the tank where you want it to be. And so that's the easiest way to prevent yourself from having a pyramid or a clog. And it's because, yes, you're using more water, but you're using the equation of the amount of water and the weight of the water all at once, and it gives you the best chance of eliminating that from happening. Something else I get asked about all the time is, what kind of product should I use in my black tank? My favorite products are kinds that are probiotic or enzyme, and actually my very favorite product is the simplest product that you're going to find out there. It's a product called Tank Tex RX, and it has probiotic and it has food for the probiotic. There's no fragrance, there's no color added, so there's nothing chemically added to it. A lot of those chemicals, believe it or not, they can turn anything that's starting to build up in the tank, can crystallize it, turn it into a brick. I like things that basically don't have chemicals in them, and they're going to be much better for your tank, and they're going to be much better for the septic system as well. So Tank Tex RX is my favorite product to use. I also like Liquify. I like Unique. I think those are good products as well, although they do have fragrance and color in a lot of it, and I don't care for that. But I think they do a good job breaking things down, and that's also really important. And there's your tank tip, tech tip.
All right, before you get to the bloopers, which is why you're here in the first place, the RV industry needs thousands of RV technicians and inspectors, and now is the perfect time to do that. If you want to make more money or have more control over your time, go ahead and click the link below. Or if you just want to learn how to fix your own RV, got something for you there. Head over to rvtechcourse.com and get started today. Now, for the reason that you're at the end of the video, roll the bloopers.
So we're going to talk about how to take care of your black and your gray tanks, or excuse me, your black tank, sorry. We're going to talk about one other thing that I get asked, there's your tech tip, there's your tech tip. And there's your tank tech tip for the day. And there's your tank tip, tech tip.
Okay, now calm down.
All right, okay. And that is your tank tip, tech tip of the day. Nailed it.